Are we live? I believe we are live. Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back with another live stream. That is right. We're doing another Senate prediction for the 2024 cycle. That's right, for the month of July. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, midnight, wherever you are in the world. I certainly am having a good day myself on this beautiful July 16th. Today we'll be doing an updated Senate map and go over each state in detail like I do for every month, because we've got some interesting primaries coming up, especially in a state like Montana, Arizona. So, yeah. Now, of course, before we continue with today's video, or today's live stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. I know I harp on this a lot, but this is the best way to support the daily content. Just for $1 a month, you can help keep Real American an independent channel. So I hope everyone and their mother joins the channel today. And of course, if you got questions you want answered for sure, best way to get answers is by sending a super chat. All support's greatly appreciated. But of course, if you do got comments or concerns, I'll try to get through all of the comments in the chat. But of course, sending the super chats are greatly appreciated. And yeah. Alright, everybody. Let us get started. Let us cook up a Senate map prediction because, yeah, it's that time. And of course, like usual, we are doing probability. That means that on the left side, you know, there's a 50-60% chance it's tilt. That means, say, just an example, not going to happen, but say Vermont. Let's say I have a tilt Republican. I'm not going to, but that just means there's a 50-60% chance likelihood. This isn't margin. We're done predicting by margin. That was a disaster. So, and I think most people are starting to move over to probability-based predictions. I think that's a bit better because it is, I wouldn't say it's necessarily easier. I just think that the predictions are better. Because when you go by margin, that's when you get into the nitty-gritty of, okay, well, I said Colorado was going to go to O'Dea O'Dea was going to lose by 10 or whatever. He lost by 15. It's like, I don't know about that. So that's why we do probability stuff now. Ted Cruz won by 9 to 12 points, while Trump wins by 7 to 9. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Sorry, I had to quickly get a drink of something. All right, if no super chats are here yet, we're going to start with the prediction. Of course, fill out the important states. Or actually, not necessarily the important states. The states that we know for a fact that are gone. California, Washington, they're Democrat. Hawaii, Minnesota. I would say Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey. Of course, all the Northeast. No discussion, of course, the state of Maine. Is there really much debate about this? Is there? I wouldn't assume so, but yeah, I think all these states are safe Democrat. Now, again, there will be probably a couple other ones, New Mexico, forgot about that one. But yeah, I think these are the states that no argument can be made. They're going to vote Democrat, really in any circumstance. Now, for the Republicans, of course, you got Utah, Wyoming, both Nebraska seats, because there is a special election in Nebraska. Many people forget that the former governor of Nebraska is now the senator. I mean, yeah, it's weird, but yeah, he is the new senator and probably will win. North Dakota, Missouri, Mississippi, of course, all of the southern states, Indiana, and of course the state of Florida. These are the states that I think are foregone conclusions. I mean, Florida, it just, I don't see it. I don't see how there's any kind of possibility of Republicans losing the state of Texas. I really don't see it. Or, yeah, the state of Florida, I should say. What does chat have to say about that? Does everybody agree with this? These are the kind of foregone conclusions. without without a question or doubt. I personally believe it is, but let's see. I don't think a Dem will run against Angus King. Well, was it? They usually do, I thought. 2018 Maine Senate. Yeah, in 2018 they did. They actually did run a Democrat. And of course there's a DSA, and he did awful. 2012, yeah, they usually run a Democrat, but they get like the progressive votes. West Virginia 2, yeah, I think at this point it's just, and we can put Virginia. I mean, there's really, at this point in time, I think this is a foregone conclusion. In the state of West Virginia and Virginia. Virginia, like, you could make the argument, but we're just going to be realistic for now. I like Hunt Cow. I think he's going to do great, but I don't see him winning. Ben Sinnix for 2. Would you prefer McMullen over Romney in Utah? Ooh. Now, with McMullen, he's a meme, since we got the McMuffin meme. And there's some issues he's okay on. He's kind of like a resist. He's not as bad as, like, Becky Edwards. But with this, I don't know about that one. You go with the frickin' McMullen or Romney. That's brutal. That is, pick your poison. Manchin is done. Yeah, he may not even run for the Senate. I think that's gone. It just, at this point, I don't see it. I really do not see how Manchin, if he even runs, there's a serious possibility he doesn't. I don't see how he wins. And if Manchin runs, there's no question about it, support Mooney. I mean, even at this point, there's no debate about it. But at that point, there's no serious argument for why we can't run Mooney. If Manchin doesn't run. No real argument. So, yeah, for Utah, we should discuss the primary real quick. We got some pretty big news, and I'm actually going to pull this up. I actually forgot to get this, but there's actually pretty significant development happening in the state of Utah for the Senate election. Let me just pull it up. Excuse me. All right. So here we go, everybody. Of course, Trent Steggs. He's our guy. We are 100% going to be backing Steggs. Wilson may run, but I think most people are going to get behind Steggs. And we got some major news. The TPUSA, and yeah, I think it was TPUSA. It's one of the Charlie Kirk's organizations. They just endorsed Trent Steggs, which is pretty good. That's a pretty big development because that is one of the more grassroots conservative groups. They may not be the best, but they still got some serious sway. And the fact they're like focusing on getting rid of Mitt Romney, I like that. That should be a good sign. Let's see. If Trump endorses Trent Steggs, will he win? That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough either way, but I think Steggs is getting some of the key endorsements. Danes, what the F? Yeah, I don't know what Danes is doing. Yeah, okay, Turning Point Action, because TPUSA, I don't think they can, right? They're technically a nonprofit. Yeah, Danes, I don't know what Danes is doing. I don't know. He must have made a deal with McConnell that if he becomes the NRSC chair, Mitt Romney must be the endorsed candidate. That's my only argument I could see. I was just in attendance at the conference. Yeah, I should have reacted to that speech yesterday by Trump, but kind of an L on my part, but had some stuff going on, which sucks. I don't think, like, Daines, I think he just did it just to become the NRSC chair. That's what I think happened. Daines did get us Jim Banks, yeah. But Mitch McConnell, he's preparing to primary him. Look, prepare for a Mitch McConnell candidate to come in, like, the next month. I guarantee you, I've heard some stuff about it. I've heard some stuff, I don't know if it's 100% true, but I have heard that McConnell's people are trying to seriously get somebody to run against Jim Banks. These people are the biggest hypocritical pieces of crap on the right. They care about party unity and all this garbage. But they're going to spend millions. If this is true, by the way, Vance brought this up a couple weeks ago. I've been hearing some other stuff about it. If this is anywhere true, I don't want to hear a single person worship frickin' McConnell again. McConnell will waste all the Senate's money making sure Romney wins his primary, and he'll throw Ohio, Montana on the bus. Yeah. He's going to frickin' do it again. It's just these people that worship McConnell, it's like, what are you frickin' doing? This isn't 2019 anymore where he used to be good. I admit it, he used to be a good Senate Majority Leader. Back when he had 5 brain cells. Yeah, McConnell tried to get Mitch Daniels, but Daines told him to go F himself. Because at that point, everybody endorsed Banks. Everybody likes him. And now he wants a competitive primary? How can we get rid of McConnell? You just gotta wait it out at this point. He's not freaking going away until he retires. Because he's just purposely screwing us because he knows he's done. He knows he's done. I swear, if he actually spends $100 million on freaking Romney, oh my freaking god. I will be very mad. Very mad. Rubio should be majority leader. Yeah, I would much rather have Rubio right now. He's like our best option, which is kind of sad, but he's gotten better. Rubio has 100% gotten better since 2016. Hey, Rap. Hello there. McConnell needs to go. He is the reason we lost the Senate in 2022. Yeah, people just ignore where he forgot to spend money in Nevada and Arizona. Like, this is something many people just fail to realize. Okay, he gave a lot of money to Oz and a lot of money to Herschel Walker. But guess what, everybody? People forget this. There's laws on the book where if a super PAC spends any money on an election after a set date, for example, if they buy ad buys a day before the date, they can get this full rate on it. That's just an example. If they spend $50 million on ad buys, or they plan on spending $50 million the day after, say, the deadline, it's half the value. And you look at where Mitch McConnell spent, half the money he spent on these elections, they were after the deadline. They were after. So not only were they inefficient with their spending, they did it later. They announced the spending later, which in turn makes those ad buys worthless. That's a law. Well, Democrats, they plan 5 months in ahead, and they never have to worry about it. And they also, get around it by, push it to other committees, other PACs. Look, that's the law in the book. McConnell did that everywhere. Doug Ducey did it. Freaking Tom Emmer did it. They waited till the last second to pour millions, and they're half the value because they're from a super PAC, and it was after the deadline, which is September 1st. That's on the law book. What are you going to talk about? Oh, I absolutely believe that he totally did not tank Republicans. He's full of it. Complete bull. All right, enough rants, but my gosh, why do people like the guy? Why? I don't get it. He purposely shafted us. And some people are like, Mitch McConnell didn't give us Herschel Walker. Everybody endorsed him. Everybody and their mother endorsed Walker in 2021. And not just, December of 2021. This was in August, right when he announced he got basically all the endorsements. He wasn't losing the primary the second he got in. What does half the value mean? Okay. So let's say you spend $50 million on ad buys. Right? That's just an example. If you set it before a certain date, that the $50 million is actually worth $50 million in actual ad buys. But after a certain date, these companies that what are they called, cable TV and stuff, they have to give super PACs they got, like, for example, if they spend 50 million on an ad buy after the deadline, it's really worth 25 million. It's half the value. That's what it means. So yeah, $50 million, it actually means 25 million in later dates. And that's the problem. That's a huge freaking problem. So yeah, that's just what it means. It just means that super PACs, they can't spend 500 million the day before the election and actually get $500 million worth of ads. It's closer to 250. I'm just saying. That's what it shows, at least. At least that's what the law says, I believe. Okay, Turtle Man and McCarthy need to go. We're probably going to lose the House in 2024 due to the redistricting crap and McCarthy's incompetence. We just got to see. We just have to see. Who's better, Rick Scott or Tim Scott? Ugh. Rick Scott costed us seats in 2022. I mean, that's an underrated one. Hundreds of millions down the toilet, but I don't know about that one. Any updates on the Supreme Court and VRA? So, the Alabama, there's a couple maps they tried. Somebody put on the map, and they're going all out. They don't care. They're going to try to get around it. They're going to try to get around it by kind of trying to get, like, not necessarily majority minority. They're going to get close to it. And they're also going to argue that, hey, this isn't 1960 anymore, so we can get some leeway. And also Louisiana, I believe it was Louisiana, it was one of the southern states. They're arguing that Section 2 of the VRA, the Voting Rights Act, is unconstitutional. I believe it's them. I can bring up, I believe it was Louisiana, but they're appealing. So yeah, this should be interesting. I don't know. Probably Rick Scott because I don't think he endorsed Mikowski. True. That is true, but still, it's not that high of a barrier to climb. Alright, let's get into the prediction. Let us start with just kind of the easy one. Louisiana saying it's unconstitutional. Yeah, it's Louisiana. They're going to argue that it's an unconstitutional law. And that it doesn't make any sense now. Because racial polarization isn't as bad. At least electorally speaking. Like, there's a lot of, like, let's be real with ourselves. 99% of Americans, it doesn't frickin' matter what your race is at this point. They don't care. If you're good on the issues and they agree with your beliefs, they're going to vote for you. We're at that point where you don't need these race-mandated districts at this point. Who are we running in Michigan and Wisconsin? We'll see, but they're arguing because of affirmative action. Really? That's weird. Alright, so let's start the easy one, Texas. The Democrats are going to have a civil war down there in their primary. Not as bad as Michigan, but Texas is going to be a freaking war in that Democrat primary. That is going to be a shit show and a half. Because you have some state legislator running. He's very popular. And of course you got another bozo. Let's see. Louisiana is saying that since affirmative action is gone, it should be gone for voting districts too. Yeah, I think that actually sounds like a good argument. Because it's like, okay, if you don't allow affirmative action, which mandates, race-based education admissions, why should we have race-based redistricting? That seems like a good argument to be had. We just gotta see, though. We just gotta see. Yeah, a South Texas guy. Oh, yeah, he's done. The guys from Southern Texas, that's not good for, Colin, God, why can't I think his name? The guy that's running for Texas. But, either way, that's gonna be a war zone. Was Georgia Trump +5 in 2022? I don't believe that. I really don't. Alright. Alright, so Texas is going to be Republican, I think. maybe there's like a possibility, maybe, but it's borderline safe, probability wise. Margin wise, I don't know. That's be tricky. Colin Elred, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it was. I was Alfred. I thought it was Alfred for a second. I was like, no. But I do agree that Texas, I think, is leaning towards, or likely towards the GOP. I think that's a kind of an easy one. Not really many people are saying otherwise. I wish Beto ran again just to get. Hold on. Do you think Abbott underperformed to Texas in 2022? I don't think he. Compared to 2018, yeah, but it's like. Don't know. How would Perry Johnson do in Michigan? I don't know, but he has a lot of money. So that could help him. Christie will win Georgia by 30 points. So true. So true. All right, let's start with Arizona, because that one's like a freaking nightmare also. So Arizona. The Democrats could be Ruben Gallego. There's nothing really be said here. I mean, everybody's endorsing him. There's really no possibility that he doesn't get the nomination for the Senate election. But I think everyone's eyes are on Kyrsten Sinema. This one is gonna be interesting. Will Kyrsten Sinema run? Honestly, I've always thought this. Why would she switch to Why would she switch to an independent if she wasn't planning on running again? Why? I mean, why would you just flip to an independent? Plus, she did file paperwork, which I know doesn't mean everything, but it's like, at some point you would think that would probably mean she gets in. Like, why would you switch? You know you're done the primary, so it's like, why would you switch to independent? Just don't run. Very weird. She wants attention. Yeah, but it's like, still, just, she's probably going to run. That's what I think's going to happen. I don't think she has any chance because Democrats hate her, and so do Republicans when you look at the data. But all right. So the Republican primary, I made videos on this. It's really between Mark Lamb, Abe Hamadeh, Carrie Lake, and Blake Masters. That's what's between. That's a four-way shitfest right there. So I don't think Lamb's going to win. He's fine. But oddly enough, Steve Daines likes Mark Lamb. Which is like, some people are going to lose it with some of the stuff he said about Mark Lamb. He was like very positive about him, and he had a bunch of memes with him. The fact that he likes Steve Daines of them all, or Mark Lamb, I would laugh if he actually endorses Mark Lamb. Because that's just such a bizarre endorsement on Daines' part. But I don't think Lamb's going to win the primary as of now. Could it change? Yeah. But I don't think that he's going to win the primary. Now, Abe Hamadeh, I would 100% support. You know, I think he's a great candidate, and I have my opinion on the election that happened in 2022, but I still won't say it on YouTube. Now, my man Masters, if he announces I'm endorsing him, I don't care who else runs. I will endorse Masters if he gets in. My opinion, he's the best Republican on the issues on this field, and I think he can win. I just think he had a bad luck with the draw last time. That's absolutely what I think happened. He got screwed over with funding, and we know more of that McConnell lied to donors. We know that now. And I've heard some things, and apparently that, you know, he understands there were some mistakes he had. Not denying it. He's not perfect. He wasn't perfect. There were some issues here and there, but nothing huge. You fix those problems, he's a great candidate. I think Masters are our best option of the realistic candidates. Of the realistic candidates, he's our best option. Mark Lamb, a lot of question marks. He's unknown. which is both a positive but negative. Abe Hamadeh, he almost won in 2022, and I have my opinions on that. Carrie Lake, I have some questions about. I don't think she can unite the GOP. But Masters, of the four, I believe he has the best opportunity. What mistakes did Masters make? Well, there are a couple, but in my opinion, he focused too much on the libertarian side of things, because he's a paleo-libertarian. Conservative, he has libertarian tendencies, but he's still conservative. Like, not like a lowbird that thinks, oh, we need to frickin' have no regulation. We have to have no trust busting. So I think overall Blake Masters is our best option. I just think he had a bad roll of the dice. The NRSC has interest in targeting Maine. Yeah, I saw that. Oh my gosh. We'll talk about that in a second. I hate the NRSC. I hate McConnell, and I hate some of the people at the NRSC. Not necessarily Danes. That was actually McConnell's people that pushed that poll. I could actually bring it up, but Mark Victor. Yeah, he tried to go towards the libertarian stuff, but now it's a matter of does Cinema run. I personally think she does, but it's too early to say. I know Danes likes Masters. He met with him a couple times. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think it's just good tilt Democrat for now. Just for the fact we don't know about Cinema officially. And the Republican Party there is a freaking nightmare. They're running out of money. They're blaming Lake for everything. They're blaming Trump for everything. It's a freaking mess. Tilt, I think it's Tilt D right now. Lean Democrat. I think Tilt. Stopping Facebook from censoring all political opponents is big government. Yeah, that's a philosophy of some people. Tilt R. What's the news about targeting Maine? LePage ain't running again. Yeah, hold on. Let me break this up. Let me just show you the competence of Mitch McConnell and why his people are freaking morons. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta find it. Yeah, here it is. Alright, I think I found it. This is freaking what I'm talking about, people. These people are incompetent that run the GOP. The GOP's shrinking Senate map. These are the geniuses of the GOP. Alright. Let's look at this. If Trump endorsements are weak candidates hurt prospects in 2022, it's that prospect that Trump will lead the GOP presidential ticket that could jeopardize purple state opportunities in 2024. Democrat-held Senate seats in Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada would typically be toss-ups with a less Trumpified GOP, with Maine, Virginia, New Mexico representing second-tier opportunities. This is what I'm talking about. This is a couple months ago. This was coming from the GOP. What? Would typically be toss-ups under a Trump of what? Don't you just love the GOP? They're geniuses, all right. They say Trump hurt the Republicans in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Nevada. Oh my gosh. Mitch McConnell, 7,000 IQ. He technically didn't say it, but when you read into it, this came from a freaking GOP person. Oh my god. In all seriousness, I think Christie would lose New Jersey by 10 to 12. He's hated New Jersey. Let's see. Trump really hurt the GOP in Ohio. Yeah, this is the thinking of some of these people. He killed us in Ohio. I mean, remember, there's people that say running a Trump candidate in Ohio will kill our chances. I love the GOP. I just love it. Don't just screw off. I hate you people. I hate the GOP. Screw them. But yeah, this is the competence of the GOP in a nutshell. We got to put effort into Virginia, New Mexico, and Maine. If Trump's on the ticket. Oh, yeah. Remember, the last time a Republican won Michigan was 1988. Trump was the first one to win it. Your obsession with Trump is concerning. I'm not obsessed. When did I mention Trump? When did I mention Trump? I've not even mentioned Trump. I'm just saying the GOP's dumbasses. Riley Moore for 5. It was Mitch McConnell and the weak rhinos who hurt us. Yeah. I 100% agree. These bozos that run the GOP lie to donors, give them fake data. It's nuts. Just whatever. Let's see. Oh, we got a new channels member. Arian Erson, welcome to the Real American channel. Welcome. You are officially a Real American supporter. Thank you so much for joining. But why? Why would you focus on New Mexico and Maine when Angus King is running? He's gonna win by like 20. I love it. Wait until McConnell says that he has interest in the California Senate and how it possesses a new opportunity for the GOP. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be one bit shocked if McConnell came out. We will focus on the state of California, but we are not going to focus on the state of Ohio. I would not be one bit shocked if that bozo got through and did that. Trump is the only one that can win. Even if he lost in 20, it was hardly a runaway for Biden. Well, 2020 had more to do with the condition of the country. If it wasn't for COVID, Trump would have won by a landslide. Or modern terms, landslide. Yeah, Trump is the only reason GOP is still kicking. He's the only one. Orange man bad. Yeah. Orange man bad. If Masters is the next senator, he should be the replacement for Gosar when he eventually retires. Yeah, I agree with that. McConnell be like, we must make sure Charlie Baker wins in Massachusetts. Also, Wisconsin's unflippable. But that's the logic of these people. They call like freaking a D+0 state we can't flip. But we can flip a D+30 seat? It's just dumb. Trump boosts Republican in the Rust Belt. Romney and McCain lost Iowa by likely margins. Yeah. Trump's the only reason you people are beyond saving. Sure, okay, look at the GOP beforehand. The only elections they won since 2004 were turnouts with like 12%. That was the only elections the GOP won before Trump. Oh my gosh, he killed us. Usually with a high turnout election, that usually meant a Democrat landslide. Historically, that was true. Not anymore. Trump is the reason that the base is expanding. Just fun. All right, so let's get to Nevada. Let's talk about the great state of Nevada, which should be a complete shit show. Now, it's probably gonna be Sam Brown. It's gonna be Sam Brown, isn't it? We're gonna be stuck with Sam Brown. You know me, I'm not a big fan of Sam Brown. I'm really not because you know how he looks. That's stupid. That's a dumb argument. I'm hoping Rick Harrison runs. He's at least with him. I mean, I like him. I like the memes. But Sam Brown, he has a sketchy record. But either way, he's probably going to be the candidate. Now, can Sam Brown win? Right now, I'm not so confident. I think right now it is leaning Democrat. You do got Jackie Rosen, who I think is easier to beat. Just the problem is, if Trump wins the state of Nevada by like 1 or 2, I think Brown would win. But I think he wins. I think he's gonna win it, maybe like a half point. But I think it's leaning Democrat. You know, it's probable that it goes Democrat. Well, yeah, I think it ends up something like this. And the only reason Arizona, by the way, the only reason it's more likely than Arizona is Arizona has too many unknown factors right now. So it's like, we can't really make any projections other than maybe tilting Democrat. Maybe. Scott Perry will beat Fetterman next time. Will he run, though? Brown will be fine for Nevada. He sucks. There's some issues just sucks on. Like foreign policy. Why are so many Californians moving to Arizona? Taxes. If Joe Lombardo ran for Senate, would he win? Yeah, but it's like, he's just turning into freaking Brian Sandoval 2. It's, okay, he turns the map red. Whoopee frickin' do. So I think Nevada is leaning Democrat. But now the state of Montana. Oh boy. This is going to be a shit show between Tim Sheehy and Matt Rosendale. Right now, here's the advantage for both sides. Rosendale is well known across the state. He's built a good name recognition. He's become very popular, especially in his own district. And he has Club for Growth backing him. Sheehy's advantage is he could self-fund to a lesser extent, and he's gotten a lot of endorsements, which some of these people that endorse Tim Sheehy. Look, Tim Sheehy has a garbage record. Remember the picture of Kentucky and then freaking, oh, by the way, actually I gotta pull up that tweet right now. It's freaking stupid. But Sheehy is not that good. There is a very sketchy record about him. Let's see. I would say Sheehy, no one wants this race more than Daines. Very odd. That's a weird name. Very odd parents for 2. Is Wisconsin more likely to be the next Minnesota or Ohio? I think Ohio. I think right now it's going to be more of a purplish state. Because at least the state, I mean, with Republicans, people forget they have super majorities in the state legislature. So I think we're fine. It's just, we got to get somebody to break through. We just need somebody. Yeah, so let's talk about Sheehy for a second. Some of these people worship him. It's like, why? He's not even that good. But let's talk about him. He was born in Minnesota. This is factual. He admitted it on Politico or AP. He admitted to AP he was born in Minnesota. Yet some of his supporters, I'm not even kidding, they said Sheehy is making it up. He was born in Montana. And guess what? This isn't like Rosendale, who moved here 20 years ago and then ran for like a state Senate seat, then ran for state auditor, then ran for the Senate seat. No, he moved here in 2014. And in Montana, they will eat you up if you carpetbag from a different state and you run. They will. At least Rosendale, he's been here for multiple decades. He's won multiple elections. And he's won from lower level to federal. I'm just saying that's like... Plus, his record on foreign policy sucks. Go look up his LinkedIn page. He may have deleted it. It's garbage. Then you have images from Kentucky. He promoted Montana by using farm pictures from Kentucky. He was so freaking lazy. He couldn't go outside to a farm and take a picture of it. And then his company... And this is the biggest argument, by the way. He's a self-funder. He can self-fund. Rosendale can't. Even though history says self-funders, they don't do squat in the general. They pay enough for the primary. But then after the general, or during the general, the money just vanishes. That's a big difference. But I don't even think it's self-fund that much. His business records is crazy. This came from the AP, by the way. His company has massive outstanding debt and huge net losses for his company within the last year. Let me pull this up. Tim Sheehy net losses. Because this is freaking nuts. I gotta find it. Here it is. Because it just shows you these people that say can self-fund. It's like his company is not that financially well. Right here. Bridger Aerospace, with 166 employees and a fleet of super scooper planes that can scoop up water from lakes and drop on wildfires, gets 99% of its revenue from government contracts, according to regulatory filings. The company suffered a net loss of $42 million last year, in part because of interest payments on $213 million in debt from outstanding loans, the filings show. Look at this! His company isn't financially well, and people make it sound like he's worth billions. He really ain't. Prove Sheehy is from Minnesota. Okay. Sheehy said he was born in Minnesota and moved to Montana. I didn't live here because I was fighting our nation's wars and defending America, as was my wife. Right here. Not lying. He told the AP. And people still deny it. He still denies, or people still deny that Sheehy is born in Minnesota. It's right there. You can see the quote right there. But the guy doesn't have a financially stable company from everything we know of. So how do you expect to self-finance? Yeah, he was in Afghanistan, dummy. Why? Hold on. First of all, I don't know who you are, so why are you insulting? But second of all, I'm not even attacking. I'm just saying that he lived in Minnesota, moved in Montana in 2014. Why does it matter? Because in the state of Montana, look what Tester did to Rosendale in 2018. He hammered him for being from Maryland. And that was from 20 years ago. Or I should say, he moved there 20 years ago. How the hell do you think it's going to happen with Rosendale or Sheehy? DeSantis supporters be like, the suburban women are going to come out of the bushes to vote for DeSantis and save his campaign. That's actually like what's happening right now. They seriously believe there's a mystical suburban voter, even though suburban women in the GOP primary are backing Trump at the highest rates. And Jan Forte was from San Diego and still won. Okay, what year did he move to? Okay, let's look at this. He was from San Diego. Let me look. He let's see. When did Gene Forte move to? He moved in 19. That's from 30 years ago. That's a big difference. 30 years versus 10. Now, as for the Trump endorsement, I'm actually questioning this because at first I thought he was getting it, but then Trump went on Truth Social and praised Rosendale for wanting to get rid of Trump's record on the impeachment stuff, expunge them. So I think it's gonna be Shahi who gets it right now, which sucks. But it's like, there's a possibility of it. Hopefully it's Rosendale somehow. It would be funny, but don't know. Man Milk for 2, America Jover, or can we still save the nation? We can. We can still save it. We just gotta get off our asses and do something. I hope Trump endorses Rosendale, but I don't see it right now. So, as for that, though, the state of Montana, this is, I think, going to be the closest election of the night. This is going to be the closest election. But there's one problem for Rosendale. This isn't a blue wave, and this isn't 2012. This is going to be Trump on the ticket. He is going to need to outperform Trump by, let's say Trump wins by 15 points. That's pushing it. Susan Collins, I think, may have done that. But that was, when you look at it, that was because of the ranked choice voting. You're talking about huge overperformance in a year where polarization is getting worse. You know, I can see the argument for Tester winning, but right now, I think Montana goes Republican. I think so right now. And it's like, yeah, it's a Trump plus 16 state. But I think Montana will be the closest. That's just my opinion. Maybe Ohio, but we just got to see. It's like saying West Virginia's still up in the air. Well, West Virginia, it's kind of different. It's R plus 30 and Manchin's hated. Tester's liked, and Montana is elastic, but the problem is it's not as elastic as, say, Maine. Man Milk for 2, advice for Republicans in D plus 10 or higher states. Focus on education and crime. Don't say anything else. Ignore everything. Pull the Youngkin and Zeldin strategy of talking about education and crime. And go down to freaking New Jersey. Go to the bluest parts of this place. The bluest precincts. Knock on every single door. Stop this crap of just campaigning in the 2 red areas of New Jersey. Why do you think Citarelli almost won? He campaigned everywhere. Without funding, mind you. He went to the bluest parts of the state, shook hands, met with people. It's not going to flip all of them, but a lot of them be like, he's the first politician that's ever talked to me. The first ever. So I think overall, with, say, like New Jersey, go to these areas, talk to them. They're willing to have their minds flipped. Their minds changed, I should say. But they're not going to if you don't talk to them. Just go talk to these people, and they will help. It's just an example, like New Jersey. Connecticut, same deal. Just run on education, run on crime. And go to these blue neighborhoods. Communicate with them. Let's see. There's more GOP. Let's see. I'm conservative, but also Blumph is an extreme cultist. I got this from MSNBC. there's so many people that think Trump's extreme. Yet this is the funniest thing I've heard. Trump's too extreme and unelectable, but he's too liberal at the same time. What? Supporting a 3-time, soon-to-be 4-time loser cannot be explained otherwise. For one, he only lost one presidential election, in quotations. So, do you think let's see. Rap, have you talked to LT before? No. But he faked DMs? He flat out created fake DMs. The guy's a loser. I never knew the guy. I never said anything about him. Then he brought me up, and then, well, the rest is history. Should a New Jersey Republican have a Trump endorsement? No. Well, I don't know. Yeah, so Michigan's going to be interesting when we get to that, but now it's Wisconsin time. Guys, it's between David Clark and Tom Tiffany. The rest of these bozos, who frickin' cares? Scott and Mayer, I don't give a crap. It's between Tiffany and Clark. I am rooting for Tiffany. With that being said, I think Tiffany is our best option. He outran Trump in his district, and I've showed this multiple times, of every district of the Supreme Court election, not counting Milwaukee because it's D+80 or whatever, it was the only area that didn't swing significantly Democrat compared to the rest of the state. Because Tiffany barnstormed that district for the guy. So Tiffany he's great at fundraising. He's a great candidate. Oh my God, he's conservative. But it's like, he's one of the best campaigners that I've heard. Especially Wisconsin. With that being said, this is against Tammy Baldwin. This is a tough one. I think it's going to go Democrat. I think it probably leans Democrat right now. I want Tiffany to win, but it's like, the biggest problem for Tiffany is just the fact Baldwin is a strong candidate. She's overrated, but she is strong. But if Tiffany gets the endorsement and support right away, without a competitive primary, there's a possibility. If people complain about Tiffany being conservative, they better not support Clark because the man is a schizo. Yeah, I don't want to hear a freaking word from some of these people. If I see any elected bro endorse David Clark because of his race, that's how dumb some of these people are, mind you. They will endorse somebody based on race. I know there's one out there that's, he's an elected bro, but he hates minorities. What? It's like, who are you? How do you think that's electable? How are you an expert in electability? But either way, it doesn't matter. Just go with Tiffany. Just go with Tiffany. He's good on the issues. He's not insane like Clark. And he's the best shot of winning. Yeah, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but the guy's name on Twitter is a freaking nut job. He claims he cares about electability, but he literally hates minorities. It's just, what am I supposed to say to that? Go look at his thread. I'm not going to say it here. Somebody in chat's already saying it. Go look at this guy's tweets. Yes, I'll say it. I'm talking about Rufus. Look him up on Twitter. He's a freaking loser and a nut job. I'm not talking about just, he's racist because he brings up a certain statistic. He's flat out actually racist. It's just like, what am I supposed to say to that? He sounds like a Fed. I mean, I wouldn't disagree, but the guy's not a conservative. That I know of. You should debate him. I mean, look. We just gotta see. Let's see here. You should debate him. I would, but it's like the guy probably doesn't even exist. All right, yeah, can we move on to the next state? All right. Let's leave Michigan for last because that's going to be a shit show. Ohio. Republicans are actually confident here. I am too. It's sounding like Moreno's going to get the Trump endorsement. That's what I think is going to happen. LaRose is a dumbass for not announcing right away and basically telling Trump to go F himself. And Matt Dolan's Matt Dolan. So, I think right now, it's probably looking good for Republicans. This is a Trump state. It's Trump plus 8. It's not as elastic as, say, Montana. And people say, oh, well, DeWine won by 30, but Vance only won by 8. Here's the big difference. One's a governor election, the other was a presidential, or other was a Senate election. Plus, DeWine won a majority of Democrats. That ain't happening here. That ain't happening. So I think it's actually leaning Republican right now, probability-wise. Yeah, I think Moreno is going to win the primary. He's probably going to be the next senator, which I'm fine with. He's not bad. It's just could have been LaRose, but he blew it. I still don't know who I support, but I think it's going to be Moreno. Moreno will need money. Yeah, he will. That's going to be his one problem. Pennsylvania, just McConnell. Oh, man. I'm going to lose it if you spend a freaking $100 million on that guy, McCormick. I swear, if you do, but you don't spend a dime on Arizona, and we lose by 1 there, and McCormick loses by 7. Oh, that's going to be fun. Is Moreno as good as Vance? There's some questionable stuff, but he sounds okay enough where it's like, I could deal with him. I don't know if he'll be a Moreno or a Vance type, but I think he'll be solid. I think he'll be a solid senator. Trump needs Pennsylvania, though. But, yeah, but it's like Bob Casey ain't losing. He ain't losing. And frickin' McConnell's going to spend God knows how much money. All right, let's get into the one election everybody's talking about now, Michigan. I never thought we would be discussing the state of Michigan. I really thought we were done with Michigan. But in the last week, this election has become a shit show and a half for the Democrat side. Michigan Democrat primary is very interesting. Yeah, this is going to be... You remember the problems with the GOP in 2022? How they had a primary problem? Well, this is a primary problem and a half. This is a complete shit show. There's a bunch of Democrats running and other ones. I mean, you have the Chamber of Commerce person. It's like, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Who is this Republican? A businessman, former executive director of the Arab American Chamber of Commerce, and Republican candidate for U.S. Senate. What? This is the Democrat primary in a nutshell. Am I reading this right? Am I smoking something? What do I see here? A former Republican? What? This can't be real. What? Chat, can people confirm this? He infiltrated. I'm lost for words. What the hell is this? You got the president of Michigan State Board. This isn't your sweet old time for Slotkin, which is the main Democrat. This is going to be a shit show. This is remind me a lot of Pennsylvania. Let's see. This isn't that competitive primary that it was in Fetterman v. Lamb in 2022. This is an actual dogfight primary. Yeah. The main two are going to be Hill Harper versus Slotkin, which we'll get to. Hosea White for 5. I mean, if Chuck Schumer can go from winning by 40 to winning by 14, Maybe something can happen to Casey's margins. Difference is with Schumer, that was a little bit different. I mean, that was in a presidential year, and we just got to see if the Zeldin effect was real or not. But he's running as a liberal Republican, but as a Democrat? That's bizarre. But okay, this election's between Hill Harper and Elisa Slotkin. Now, the meme of this cycle is who's going to be more to the left. Hill Harper, I mean, he's a full-blown progressive. You know, Slotkin is... I don't get why people think she's suddenly a moderate. It's like, she's very liberal, just not as vocal about it. Hill Harper, he is outrunning her to the left. And another actor. Does this remind you of something? The establishment is somewhat backing Elisa Slotkin, but she's not really that liberal, or she's not really that moderate. You have a bunch of random nobodies and random candidates like this, and then you got the actor and bizarre politician now, Hill Harper. Does this remind you of something? Who the hell is Hill Harper? He's the guy in The Good Doctor, that's the show where it's like, I'm a doctor, or whatever the hell that was, but Hill Harper is our only hope. If he gets through somehow, we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity. This may be the reverse of Pennsylvania. We get some just absolutely dog shit Republican to win somehow, and they pull off some miracle and win. Because the Democratic field's a mess. Just get one candidate. I don't care who it is. Bill Huizenga, freaking Doug Collins. I don't know. Or not Doug Collins. John Gibbs. Something. I am a surgeon. Dr. Oz. No, it's over. It's happening again. I honestly, let's see. I am a surgeon, Dr. Oz. Harper's the one that can make this interesting. But this is going to be much more interesting than I thought it was. But I still think it's likely Democrat. But please get Hill Harper. Let this be the reverse of Pennsylvania. Get some crap Republican that, jeez. It's going to happen, isn't it? We're getting our reverse Pennsylvania. Everything will fix itself. Another actor trying to run for president. Great. What? He's running for Senate. What's a Democratic field? It's a mess. You have a former Republican that was a businessman and a member of the Arab American Chamber of Commerce. You have Zach Burns, an attorney in science. Hill Harper, actor, and reminds you a lot of Dr. Oz because he was on the doctor show known as Good Doctor. Leslie Love, a former state rep and member of the whatever that is. President of the Michigan State Board, of course, Slotkin. I'm hoping Harper pulls it off. I want it. I want Harper to pull it off by some ungodly miracle. I just, please, give us an opportunity. Give us something. Let's see. Run Perry Johnson. I hope he does. We need Dr. Phil. If Trump goes to Honolulu, how much closer will Hawaii get? Actually, Oahu is less them than the Big Island, so go to Hilo on that island. 2. Who thought Larry Hogan is too conservative? I don't know. Hogan is fine for Maryland. But yeah, some people thought he was too conservative. I remember that. But as for Honolulu campaigning there, I don't know if that's a good... It's not really worth it. It'll get much closer because nobody goes there. But that's about it. We should get the Joker from the movie Joker to run for office. Joaquin Phoenix? Is he from Michigan? Joaquin Phoenix? Joaquin Phoenix. No, he's not even from America. No, why would he run Joker? We need Craig. I agree with that. Get Craig. Get James Craig, please. Kid Rock. That's a good one, too. But yeah, I mean, this is the current field so far, and I think Republicans are looking decent in some areas. But yeah, there's some interesting primaries coming up that I thought were never in a million years gonna happen. Joker for Senate. We live in a society. That's Jared Leto. Get Ninja. Ninja's from Michigan, but I don't think he's a Republican. I don't think he is. I don't think Ninja is... Well, isn't he, like, pro-life or something like that? I don't know. Who frickin' cares? It would be funny if he's actually, like, conservative, but... Oh, well. Chance Santos gets primary. There's a chance, but I'm hoping not. Yeah, I don't know what Ninja is politically. Harper Monday over Amendment Monday. No! Not that again. We are not going to do the freaking Amendment Monday stuff again. I thought I heard something about him being Ninja's... I swore he was. Yeah, I mean, he is pro-life, I thought. At least. It doesn't freaking matter. I don't get why people like looking at it anyways. Is necromancy... use necromancy to bring back Gerald Ford to run him. Well, he sucks. He sucks on the issues, even back then. It was Wayne Gillicrest rap from Maryland 1. Oh, yeah. Go look at Wayne Gillicrest. You want a true conservative? Look him up. True conservative, my ass. I wish more states voted like Tennessee. Yeah, I agree. Every state should vote like Tennessee. And like Missouri. Just get 100 Josh Hawleys and JD Vances. It's Mehmet morning again. If the Mehmet Monday stuff comes back again, I'm just... chaos. Wayne Gillicrest, let's see. They're trying to draft the New York Stock Exchange guy from Michigan. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. They're bringing in some, like, garbage GOP establishment hack. I forgot about that. But it's like, just run somebody with a pulse. That's not like a grifter like that. Which, where is it? Is this Michigan? Yeah, it is. I think it's, John Tuttle. That's who it was. Just run James Craig, please. Dr. Oz for Ambassador to Iceland. We should run Deshaun Watson. No! Absolutely not. Tutor Tuesday. There's so many crap names like that. Like, who came up with that? It's just, like, bizarre, weird. It just doesn't make any sense when you think about it for 10 milliseconds. Yeah, I don't get it. Describe, let's see. Mehmet Oz was born in Ohio. Yeah. That's the funniest part about all of it. He was born in Ohio. Let's see. Dr. Oz, hold on. What if Ted Nugent ran for the Michigan Senate? I don't think so. How old is he anyways? Ted Nugent. He's 74. That's pushing it. I don't know. I don't think he's going to pull that off. All right, chat. So what should we do now? Because I'm not going to end right away. We're not ending for a while. Well, okay. Chat, got any ideas for something? Let's see. I'm just going to... Fun Friday. Oh, gosh. I remember that. There's some bad names like that. Let me just turn down that. Man Milk for 2. If Masters actually gets Teal Bucks, will he win? I thought Peter Thiel told everybody to F themselves. I don't think he's supporting anybody. But yeah, if he got any money, it would help him. America does a Hill Harper Kid Rock Senate race. That would be like one of the most schizo elections I've ever heard of. McCormick No, why is there so many people that rhyme with Monday? No. Nobody wants McCormick Monday. What the hell happened to Mo Brooks? He got pissed off. Trump didn't support his primary, but yeah. DJ Aftershock for 2. Celebrate a Tudor Tuesday at Tudoro Tuesdays. That's weird. Ben Sinnix for 2. Could you discuss Kentucky and the ad spending there? Yeah, so... With the state of... the state of the Kentucky governor's race, Republicans are going to outspend again. That's right, Republicans are going to outspend. Not as bad as, say, like, Arizona in 2022. But it's pretty bad right now. It's like double. And the problem with the GOP has always been that they give Democrats this huge early spending ledge. So I think Kentucky, I think it's still way too early. There's been no data out of it outside of ad spending in a couple polls. Man Milk for 2. Could you please do a full Santos v. Corey map now? Fine. I'll do the freaking Santos Corey Bush map. Fine. George Santos. I'm bringing it up. Hold on. And Corey Bush. Fine. You want it? McMullen Monday. Oh, gosh. It's everything Monday. Mastriano Monday. Remember Doug... Has everyone remembered Doug Vember? I miss that time. Duster Carna for 2. Have you seen the latest Georgia polling? Trump is ahead. I saw that. That's why I'm a bit confident in Georgia. Who's running Louisiana? I could care less. I could care less what Louisiana, because it's a Republican, no matter what. I haven't heard much. I'm not really intrigued in that election. I may do a video on it eventually. Masters Monday. You know what? We started too much. We went down the rabbit hole. Dan Pro. No, we're not bringing that back. That's like awful. All right, let's do this map. All right. Maine 2nd, Corey Bush. George Santos, Maine 1st. Corey Bush, Maine at large. Real. New Hampshire, Santos. Corey Bush wins Massachusetts, Vermont, all that. State of New York, Republican. Pennsylvania, Republican. Maryland, Democrat. Virginia, Democrat. D.C., Republican. Republicans win New Jersey, Delaware. This is a real map, by the way. Real. Totally legitimate. 100% real. Ohio, Democrat. West Virginia, Democrat. Kentucky, Democrat. Missouri, Republican. Michigan, Republican. Stop. He sounds so happy. It's chaos. We need the real 2024 map, all right? This is the real map. This is completely legitimate. 100% real. Nobody can question it. There we go. It's perfection. Alabama safe Democrat. The perfect. All states within lean margins. This is the real map. Totally real. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong at all. DJ Aftershock for 2. Heard about Youngkin fundraising numbers. I heard it's pretty good. I heard it's really good. Santos sweep. Oh, man. Real. But I'm joking a little bit, but knowing our luck, these are 2 chaotic candidates, and it would probably look like something like this. Their turnout would be like 1% on both sides. Oh, I love it. I love it. George Vember. Santos Vember. Nah, Santos sweep sounds better. Santos September. Santos wins DC. Oh, I love it. It just, this map has like, this is 2022 in a nutshell, by the way. The coalitions are all over the map. Makes no sense. Aaron Arison for 50 SCK. Is Daily Wire net negative or positive for the right? Which host do you like/dislike? I think it's a net positive because it does bring in new people to the conservative movement. It just, the problem is you gotta red pill them. You absolutely got to red pill them. Okay, so it's actually Swedish currency. Thank you very much for that. That's like $5 in Swedish currency. Thank you. But yeah, I think it's a positive, but you need better hosts. The only good ones is like Matt Walsh, only because he's talking about stuff that's kind of important. I hate Ben Shapiro, so yeah. Dustin Carter for 2. Are you married? Any family plans? Not yet. Not yet. We will see, though. We will see. I don't got any plans, though. Or no, I'm not married yet. No. Cory Bush wins Wyoming. I'm still waiting for a Santos debate reaction video. I'm thinking, should I do? I'm gonna do that eventually for like a one-off stream. I still gotta react to like Arkansas second. No, Knowles. Yeah, I forgot about the Knowles is better. Michael Knowles. Yeah, I forgot about him. My bad. But I'm just talking about like Matt Walsh. Okay. Man Milk for 2. You do my Santos 2024 mod and campaign trail when done. I will. Okay. Since you're asking about it, yes, I will. I will do a campaign trail later, eventually, but it's just been a bit hectic lately. Polite Rude Guy for 2. Tucker versus RFK Jr. Ooh. I'll do that actually right now. Riley Moore for 5. You think Daniel Cameron is going to win the governor's race in Kentucky? I don't know. Just for the fact that we haven't had any data yet. So, yeah. Negative turnout. Yeah, I'm going to just hide this real quick so I can actually set it up. Do it. Yeah, that would actually be, I'm going to be like, unlike the Santos Bush one, which is like kind of a meme, I'm actually going to be kind of like, hold on, I got a better idea. It's going to piss everybody off, but, because with Bush and like, Santos, it's just so unpredictable, just for the fact there's 2 chaotic candidates that, yeah. All right. There's absolutely nothing wrong here. Absolutely nothing. Everything is completely normal. No questions about it. All right. So, let us start with the safe states. I think it would be something like this. Because Tucker Carlson would have a fairly conservative, economically populist agenda, or more, not really populist, more like nationalist agenda, like on economics. But I think he would do very good in like the very Republican seats like this. Nothing is wrong with this. Nothing wrong at all. RFK, of course, will win California, Hawaii, Colorado, Illinois, and I think most of the Northeast. I think he will do good up there. And, of course, Maine second. Maine at large, though. We'll talk about that. You flip the colors. So, also, let's not even mess with, I'm not going to pull that meme. RFK would win Oregon and Washington. because just for the simple fact of he's still progressive on some issues, but he's just not batshit crazy like others. All right, Alaska. I think Carlson wins it. I think that works. The colors, oh my. Tucker doesn't win Oregon. That I always hated that meme, but no labels will win Utah in this situation. Let's just say it's two-party. We're not messing with the third-party crap. We're just gonna say this is a one-on-one, no bullshit. Now, I think Carlson would win Texas. I just think some of the environmental stuff would hurt RFK there, just in general. But why is Tucker blue? This is cursed. Because I had to. There has to be a catch with me doing these maps, and I'm going to just screw with everybody. Texas and Arizona go red still. You mean blue here? You mean blue? Now, I think Carlson also does win North Carolina. I forgot D.C. You thought I was going to make that blue. Dustin Carter for 5. What's your guess for future liberal/conservative migration in the U.S.? I think Texas, Florida, North Carolina, and now possibly Georgia will draw in conservatives, while Colorado, Michigan, and Pennsylvania equals libs. I don't think Pennsylvania and Michigan. I think it's going to be mostly Colorado and, like, maybe, like, New Hampshire. Michigan and Pennsylvania, just bad luck, I think. Tucker has a nationalist appeal for the Rust Belt. Yeah, that's going to be his one advantage. With RFK, I think he would do good moderates. Tucker wins D.C. Hey, Rap, I'm a huge... really? I can't say this on stream, but really... DC is blue. Vote blue no matter who. Yeah, and by the way, RFK's a Republican in this situation. I'm kidding. Colorado and Arizona. So, yeah, New Mexico would obviously go to RFK, I think. Yeah, Arizona, Georgia trending left too. This is a tough one. Again, this is 100%. This is kind of like an unserious prediction. So it's like, oh my God, you made a kind of a serious thing. I think Georgia and Arizona go like that. And I'm going to put a disclaimer up so people don't take it out of context. Not that serious of a prediction. Let's see here. Let's see. RFK wins in neocons in Texas. I don't think so. I think the environmental stuff will hurt in many states. Hot take: Maine will vote. Have you seen Sound of Freedom yet? I can't. I physically can't. All the theaters around me are completely filled. I can't buy a ticket. The only tickets are available are for like freaking midnight and stuff. It's like, no, screw that. It's just nuts what's happening with that movie. All right. I think Tucker Carlson would probably win Nevada. Well, ooh, this is a state that's ooh, this is a tough one. I think RFK does win like Virginia and Nebraska second, but ooh. This is a tough one because Nevada's a bit more libertarian. You can make the argument that somebody like RFK is more libertarian on some issues. I don't know. And Nevada is a very pro-choice. Gosh, this is... I wish I could find it. I wish I could watch Sound of Freedom, but Sound of Freedom is nowhere to be found in Sweden. I heard they're going international like next week. It's been so successful they have to at this point. I mean, it may break a record. Okay, so I don't know about Nevada. I really don't know about this one. What does Chad have to say about this one? Because, Tucker doesn't have much appeal in Nevada. That's what I was thinking. We're just gonna say RFK gets it. We're just gonna say that RFK gets it. But yeah, RFK probably wins Minnesota. RFK probably does hold on New Hampshire. Maine will be closer. That's kind of a meme, but I think it would probably be closer. Dustin Carter for 2. Kind of annoyed with the downplay of Indiana Jones. It's good. No, it's not good. It's not that good. I did not like it. I really did not leak it. Not leak it. I really did not like it. It just didn't have the same charm as the old ones. Really didn't. It sucks. Like I'm trying to be like non-biased when some of these movies. It just wasn't that good though. But as for the Rust Belt, I think it ends up listed like this. I honestly do think Carlson would run it up in these states. It would be. It's not gonna be perfect, but it would probably be something like this. I don't freaking know. Tucker does. It would be closer, but I don't think Tucker wins Maine at all. I think Sound of Freedom is hurting Mission Impossible. Oh yeah, I think it is too. It's killing at the box office because it's not. It's getting half of it, half of what's getting, but it's a lot less theaters. Being better than Crystal Skull is a low bar to jump over, and I think Crystal Skull is better because at least there's some memes about it. There's some good memes about the fridge, but does a corner for 2. Obviously not like originals, but better than the 4th one. But again, that's like I don't think it is, but that's like saying, oh, I got an F. And on my retake, I got a D-. It's an improvement, but you still suck. Seeing Libs attack, Sound of Freedom just shows what they are up to. Yeah, it's just like, it's been bizarre. They're so anti-Sound of Freedom. And the funniest thing is, in my opinion, they're just really mad that it exposes what's really going on in the world. But not only that, because people don't think, when children are involved, people don't think this is actually happening. It is. But not only that, which is one thing, but this is the beginning of a new era in movies. Any Joe Schmo can make an independent movie and get in theaters now. Yes, it's still not as simple as clicking one button, but it's a lot easier than even a year ago. Angel Studios, I gotta give them props. They have done a freaking amazing job at turning this ship around, giving everybody an opportunity. Crystal Skull is a decent movie. I didn't like it, but I think it's better. What did I walk in? You walked into hell. Indiana, let's see. RFK wins Michigan. I don't know. It's not really that serious a prediction, but what is this? Chaos! We love chaos, folks, don't we? Let's see. Hey, Rap, talk with the rhinos in the current House delegation. I can't remember who is one. Mason Crenshaw called him to mind. Mason's gotten better. Yeah, Crenshaw's a bad one. Ooh. Tom Emmer. There's a few of them. Let's see. Rap, you think... Let's see. Rap, you think famous and powerful people involved in the affairs that are in Sound of... Okay, let me be 100% clear. No, I'm going to say 95... in every group, there's going to be bad apples. So, maybe... Possibly... But yeah, it's just, it doesn't freaking matter. It's just nuts that they're denying every single thing in the movie. They're going nuts over it. Calling it a QAnon conspiracy. it's like, no, this is based on a true story. Why are you scared of a true story? Again, I don't even think I think it's overblown. There's bad people, but it's like, I think it's not as much as some people would think. All right. If anybody got any more super chats, any more questions, any more concerns, send them now. Because I think we got through everything I wanted to discuss today. Been a very interesting stream. Look up Rick Perry oops moment. Yeah, he forgot what departments he wanted to get rid of. He literally forgot what departments existed. Are you planning on seeing Barbie? Just the memes. That's the only reason I'm going to that crap. It's gonna be garbage, though. Hopefully I could, like, get a free ticket somehow. Because that movie is gonna suck. There's nothing good about it. What's so bad about Dan Crenshaw? He wants to start World War III. That's the best way to describe him. He's a complete war hawk. Let's see. Will you bring back the weekly NFL predictions? I don't think so. Are we watching Chris Christie again? Oh yeah, this Friday. This Friday, Christie is doing another town hall. Oh boy. Christie is doing another town hall this Friday. It's going to be in South Carolina now. Why? Why are you in South Carolina? Just stay in New Hampshire. He's doing another town hall. It's going to be the bane of my existence. This guy won't go away. Chris Chungus. Why? What? Just go away. It's free content, but... So you guys, everybody better support these streams, because I have to go through that. What? He's getting... Oh, I love it. I just love the fact that there's a chance Chrissy may take second in New Hampshire. I don't think it happens, but it's just freaking hilarious. If there's no, he better not do a 24-hour town hall. No. Thoughts on Mark Levin? Not good. Biden won 340%. I can't finish the rest of that. And we had some major news out of Alabama. So it does sound like that the state of Alabama, they're going to be they found a way around the VRA ruling. They're going to give an opportunity district. It's not majority. It's going to be like 45% or something like that. Which in Alabama, that still could be a Republican seat. I hope the Republicans do that. They got to do that everywhere now. You can't just, when New York or I should say California and frickin' New Jersey, when they bring out those maps in Illinois, it's like, nope, we're gonna do our own maps. Screw you. Who's your favorite Batman villain? Ooh. That's a good one. That's a good question. Let them cook. Yeah, they're gonna get around that ruling. I freaking knew they were gonna try something crazy like that. They're gonna just get the bare minimum, get some court to say that's fine. But yeah, so my favorite Joker villain. Um, I know it's like it's kind of like lame to say the Joker, but I would say the Joker. Joker from the Dark Knight. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna see Oppenheimer, but I think Joker's the best, just for the fact that he's a complete opposite of Batman, or not necessarily opposite. He really does make Batman question his ways and stuff, and how far can Batman go? I just think that I like Joker for that reason. Scarecrow's good. He's underrated. Bane. I think he's been overused a bit, but I do like Bane. Do you plan on, let's see. Oppenheimer was banned in Japan. Are we really surprised he was banned in Japan? Hey, Rap, is it funny how the guy that lost an eye in war is a warmonger / hawk? It's not funny, it's just sad. Dustin Cardinal for 2. You think being intimate with a cousin is wrong? Yeah. Now, if this is like a 7th cousin and like, or something like that, that's a little bit different. But if it's like 1st, 2nd, or 3rd or something like that, yeah. That's not, nope. I just think that, yeah, it's not good. You're from the South. But yeah, I think it's immoral. Again, if it's like 7th cousin, that's a little bit different, but yeah. I think if you're direct cousins, yeah. Tom Hardy's Bane voice is based, yeah. I can't even say him like that. I'm talking first, yeah, I'm talking like close cousin. I'm not talking about like 12th cousins. That's a little bit different, but yeah. No, that's not okay. Well, I still don't think it's fine, but it's like it's not the same as direct cousins. But if it's 12th, it's like at that point it doesn't really matter. Because technically, are we all cousins? Technically, which I don't know if that's true or not, but I like the Penguin or Mr. Freeze. Um, I like the new Penguin from the new Batman movie. He's getting a series. I'm gonna watch it. Mr. Freeze, he's just not used enough. That's the problem with him. Zelda or Youngkin 2028. Either. But of course I got to slightly lean towards Zeldin. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna head off. If you did enjoy this stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. All the support's greatly appreciated. There's a super chat. Dustin Card for 2. I mean, 3rd is probably far enough. Enough of these questions. These are getting weird, all right? But just my opinion, I don't think it's moral. I just, if it's distance, that's a little bit different. But just why? Just weird questions. But thank you so much for the super chat. Danny DeVito or 1966 Penguin actor DeVito. But yeah, thank you so much. Godspeed to